Nottingham Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Same old shit again. Pathetic. We were absolutely pathetic. Toothless again. And here's the thing. We can create chances, and we've proven we can create chances. But the chances we create don't mean anything in the end because we don't do anything with it. If I'll be honest, we looked dangerous a few times, but our lack of ability to score any goals prevents us from actually scoring goals. At this point, there's no solution. There is no solution. The season's done. The season is done. We're not winning anything as per usual. We were slow going forward. We didn't look all that dangerous, really. And I'm just sick of saying this exact same story over and over and over again. And even if I predicted that we weren't going to play well, even if I predicted that I wasn't going to enjoy the game, it still fucking infuriates me. That was a game we could have won. But of course, we don't know how to score goals. It is absolutely insane right now, just to think about. But those substitutions that we made, I can think of 2 of them that we got wrong. First of all, Tini for Calafiori. I didn't see why Calafiori needed to come off. I saw why Trossard should have come off. If I was Arteta, I would have took off Trossard, put Tini on there, see if Tini can put in a better ball. And then you look at Ethan Nwaneri for Sterling. That never made sense to me. Ethan Nwaneri for fucking Sterling. What the fuck are you thinking? What's Sterling gonna do? Look, I'm not impressed. I mean, you can really fucking tell. And the fact that I have to sit here and even rate these players, like, just wow. But regardless, here's a few things that we can take from that. 1, we're slower than a tortoise. 2, we're lacking any form of clinical finisher. 3, we're relying on our defence to do all the work at this point. 4, we're not creating anything anymore. Our midfield isn't creating. Look at Odegaard. I don't think Odegaard had a great game today. He was all right. Very, very average game. But our midfield in general wasn't creating. And to top that off, number 5, we're not winning anything. We won't win the league. Not like this. You can argue all you want that we've had an injury crisis. Yes, we have. We've had some dodgy red cards, and yes, we have. But the reality is, we should have sorted this out in the summer. This attack that we've had, or lack thereof, should I really say, should have been sorted out in the summer. And even then, we had a January transfer window, but nothing happened. God, this team knows how to absolutely infuriate me. They can ruin your whole fucking day. And I know I said earlier on that I'd take a draw. But with the way we played, the way we dominated the game, I don't think a draw is good enough like that. Dominating a game's one thing, winning a game is another entirely. But here we go, player ratings. David Raya. I'm going to say it now, David Raya's my man of the match. At least from an Arsenal side anyways. He got us out of a few sticky situations. He did the job he had to do. He gets a 7. Saliba put in a really impressive tackle. Actually, no, I changed my mind, sorry. David Raya's getting an 8. I changed my mind. Saliba put in that one impressive tackle after we gave the ball away again. Because we seem to be masters at that. Masters of our own downfall. And I don't even remember who it was, if I'm honest. All I remember is screaming at the TV. But look, Saliba, defensively solid. He gets a 7. Gabriel, defensively solid, 7. Calafiori, I have no idea why he got taken off. Why take him off? I don't think Calafiori did anything wrong. Unless there's some sort of like injury concern, then I don't see why we need to take him off. But regardless, Calafiori, for the 45 minutes he did play, I thought he was very, very well structured. He didn't let anything get past him, not really. I'd say he gets a 7 as well. Timber held the ball down well, again. Pretty much the same as Calafiori, only he got the full 90 minutes. Timber gets a 7. In our midfield, and there's going to be a lot of debate about this one, because on one hand, we held up quite well in the midfield. But on the other hand, we were struggling to create. And when we did try to create a little cheeky through ball or a loop over, it just always was that little too much. So you look at Odegaard. Odegaard had a very average game, I think. He wasn't great, but he wasn't terrible. I'm giving Odegaard a 6. Declan Rice, he got himself in some situations. He held the ball quite well, I think. He looked like he tried to make those runs happen. He tried to find those passes. For that, I'm going to give him a 7. And Jorginho, I don't really recall seeing Jorginho all that much, if I'm honest, when he played. Yeah, I don't recall seeing Jorginho all that much. I'll give him a 6. In our attack, Ethan Wanyeri, I can appreciate that he tried to take on the defender sometimes. Unfortunately, he did also try a bit too hard to get that wonder shot from outside the box that he's gotten previously against Girona and City. And I mean, just because of that, I feel like he did kind of bring down some of our attacks. So, and I have to be fair, I love the kid, but I have to be a bit fair here, and I say best I can give him is a 7. Trossard. Trossard was... I'm not really sure how to explain this one with Trossard. He looked like he was afraid to take players on. He didn't want to make that attack, and he did cross on occasion, but just very average. He gets a 6. Mikel Mourinho. He did more in like the middle of the pitch than he did going forward. I don't really think he got the ball going forward, really. He didn't get that kind of thing. Because of that, I mean, I can maybe give him a 6.5 just because of the work he did in the midfield. But still, not good enough. Mikel Arteta, look, I'm telling you, he's made some wrong decisions here. I don't know what he's thinking, why he didn't start Partey. I thought Partey could have done something if he had the full minutes. But also those substitutions that I'm mentioning don't make sense to me. They don't add up. If we're going for the win, we should have stuck with Wanyeri. And defensively, again, Calafiori was very defensively solid. I wouldn't have replaced him. I would have brought Tierney on, but I would have replaced Trossard and put Tierney on the left wing. You can debate about that for sure. You know, Tierney's a natural defender, but he is versatile enough to play on that left wing. And again, I don't think Trossard was really doing much to impress me. So, Mikel Arteta, for those wrong decisions, he's getting a fucking 5. And the fans, look, the fans get a 9. They weren't loud all game, sure. But, look, they were still singing, they still made the journey. And to see that sack of shit again, I'd be furious if I was one of them. I'm not on the away scheme. I would have liked to have been on the away scheme, but if I made that kind of travel to see a result like that, I'd be absolutely furious. But look, regardless, it's 0-0. A draw is still a half decent result for us because now we're 6 points clear. But it's not going to be sustainable now because I can see it. We're going to struggle to score goals. And it may even, if we keep up the way that we are, we may not score another goal again this season. And that should concern people, genuinely. This season has been an absolute disaster for us. And even if you can say, oh, we're sitting in second place, we've been here before. We've been here before, except in a much better position. We haven't spent a single day, I don't think, on top of the Premier League. We haven't really contested Liverpool. Every time that Liverpool drop points, we decide to be nice and drop points for them as well. We're basically handing Liverpool the title. I mean, Liverpool's already won the title, let's be honest. But come on, at least make them fight for it. At least bring it down to the death. But no, we can't do that. Draw again. Not a good result, as per usual. We need to sort out this whole attack. We need Saka back. And we need a left wing and a striker. The same thing that we've been saying all season and last season. And striker-wise the season before that as well. And somehow it hasn't been resolved. But that's all I've really got to say for now. When's our next game? Let's have a look. Arsenal matches. Oh, our next match is PSV. That is on the 4th. That's in like 5 days, isn't it? 6 days. 5-6 days? Yeah. Well, look. At this point, I can hope for a result against PSV. But even now, I'm not hoping for anything. I'm not going to sit here and say we're going to get a result. I predict we get a result. No. I can't hope for anything. We haven't been good enough for the rest of the season. I don't think we will. Even if Saka comes back, we're still missing Jesus and Havertz, and that's going to affect us greatly. If we don't spend like a big club come the next transfer market, and again, we're going to talk about this because that's all that's left to talk about now. We've basically said everything that we can say for the rest of the season. But if we don't perform in the transfer market, if we don't act like a big club, if we don't spend, and we're going to have to spend a lot now, then we're going to struggle next season, and then we'll struggle the next season after that, and the next season after that. This is a running theme, and I don't know what the problem is anymore. Because people are saying, is Arteta the problem? Is the board the problem? Is the fact that we don't have a sporting director a problem? But something's the problem, and something has to give. Because one way or the other, either we start getting those players in, start winning trophies, or the players decide that they want to put their career first, and they decide to leave us for bigger clubs, which they will have the opportunity to. And that's just how it's going to be. But either way, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you. I can't even tell if I'm honest, whenever. See ya.